Hello, everybody. This is Tim Heaney from the In This Ring Wrestling Podcast. I don't know what the hell I just watched, but apparently this is supposed to be the Backlash Rapid Recap. I really wanted something a little bit more interesting to talk about for our first YouTube recap show. Did not luck out that way this time. I gotta say I'm very lucky that I did not go to the show in New Jersey. I'm from New York. I live in New York. I did not go to the show in New Jersey. My podcast co-host Joe Piece of Pete did not go to the show either because he's out west for a wedding. I think we both lucked out severely because that was way too long with way too few consequences for a pay-per-view that after WrestleMania and the dredge of storyline that was the Greatest Royal Rumble. First of all, putting Roman Reigns and Samoa Joe in the main event, just to have a 20-something minute match with no consequences except to get Roman Reigns a win against a formidable opponent. I feel like my time was wasted. And in a show that was just about 3.5 hours with no title changes, what a terrible way to go. They should have main evented this with a match where both guys are trying to kick each other in the balls, and instead WWE kicked its fans in the balls with this one. Nothing happened with that main event except to put Roman Reigns over even more than they already have been trying to do. I'm not a Roman Reigns hater. I love Samoa Joe too. But this accomplished nothing except to enrage a live audience to put that match on last. Just, oh my goodness. The match that should have main evented this show, Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles, a good match for the most part. Another schmaz finish like it was with a double countout in Saudi Arabia. Double kick to the balls. No one could answer the 10 count. You know, is this going to neuter their feud? Or is it going to, I don't know. Oh my goodness. Not productive at all. Not to have this as the main event. I still like the match. I still like the feud. But that would have been at least a funnier ending than what happened with Roman Reigns and Samoa Joe. When you knock Samoa Joe's momentum down from what it was. And then Roman Reigns, he's just another guy for him to put over. So Nakamura Styles, good match. Continue this feud for as long as you can. Fight forever. More dick kicking. It's going to work well. The match to separate those two main events, Braun Strowman, Bobby Lashley versus Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. Whole lot of nothing. Bobby Lashley gets the pin. Whatever. A Braun Lashley feud's probably going to happen soon. They'll probably turn on each other. Lashley will turn on Braun or something. Who cares? Bobby Lashley's so bland. The two women's title matches basically just kind of put feuds to bed, it seemed like. The Nia Jax Alexa Bliss, I think, is done, with Nia Jax holding off Alexa Bliss, retaining in this first challenge for the former champion. 5 Feet of Fury goes down to nothing for now. She'll probably feud with some of the other people on the roster, maybe like a Sasha Banks or Bayley type of thing to hold that feud over. We'll get more of that in a little bit. The Nia Jax promo was cut straight out of WWE corporate, the Be a Star campaign. Kind of, I like the whole psychology behind Nia Jax being bullied, even though she's the bigger person. But they barely spent any time developing that, and they're kind of already moving on from this feud already, I think. Just not a really well-developed angle if they're going to cut it off here. So, while it made sense to end it, just really kind of flat at the end there. Carmella Charlotte was brief to kind of hide Carmella's in-ring work a little bit. Play up the storyline that she's getting a fluke championship, which played in here because Charlotte got a knee injury, and that's how Carmella ended up rolling her up for the victory here. Really, really underwhelming stuff all around, and nothing really to be proud of there. Daniel Bryan and Big Cass was a good one, though. That was a short match as well, but it got the message across that, Big Cass being the Haas guy, kind of getting that moving forward, I guess, having him be a major player somewhat. Daniel Bryan getting the win, but still getting beat up afterwards. I'm okay with that. That's a good way to kind of keep Daniel Bryan moving forward in a storyline, and I guess maybe to keep Big Cass have some momentum to kind of show that he's got that big man attitude that the way that he's going to be a main event player now, supposedly. So good outcome in that one. I like where they went with that. Going back to the segment that probably caused us to run way too long tonight was the I like to call the Elias Palooza. In New Jersey they did the typical Bruce Springsteen jokes, which made a lot of sense. But I think that endless parade of music comedy was good, but it could have probably been a little bit shorter. Something that I'm not too keen on wasting all that time for a throwaway pay-per-view that was going to surpass 3 hours. Nice segment, not too great on the result there. Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton, come on. I mean, they slodged through this one. The Rusev Day chants was the most exciting part of the match. Jeff Hardy did a couple of good moves at the end to kind of get some action buzz generated, but Randy Orton, what self-respecting wrestling fan wants to watch a Randy Orton match at this point? They didn't look interested in anything. They kind of went through the motions. Not a good one at all. Seth Rollins and Miz, who was the exact opposite to open the show. I know I'm working backward here, but kind of was the best way to do it, I think. Seth Rollins and The Miz, match of the night by far. And I think they knew that was going to be the match of the night, so they put it first, got it out of the way. Seth Rollins is the show right now. I would not be surprised if he's the one that kind of gets the push whenever Brock comes back, if they want to kind of break up the Roman Brock stuff a little bit. Maybe Rollins does have that great run with the Intercontinental title, really pushing that as the main title of Raw, which it really is right now, because there's actually matches involving with that championship. So, that's a good sign that it's the number one title on a show here. Great sequence at the end. Rollins just, he's at the top of his game right now. In a fair world, he probably would be the Universal Champion right now, but the Intercontinental Championship being the workhorse belt that it is, that's a good one to have him carry when you're going to have a part-time champ like Brock Lesnar. And, we're going to be without Brock Lesnar for a while still, because he's still going to probably defeat CM Punk's record of, not record, but just, it's the modern-day record of 434 straight days as champ. They'll have Brock Lesnar hold that to June, and then probably lose it at Money in the Bank. Probably 2 Roman Reigns. And then the pre-show match between Ruby Riott and Bayley. Ruby coming out on top of Bayley. Shenanigans. I like Ruby Riott. I don't necessarily like the Riott Squad. Bayley and Sasha just, they're biding time there, hopefully, to get into SummerSlam. Just a whole lot of waste of time with this pay-per-view. Having this coming on the heels of the Greatest Royal Rumble, not advancing just about any storyline forward in any way that we're really excited about. Maybe except for Styles Nakamura, because we're always excited about that. Just a whole lot of nothing. 3.5 hours of a whole lot of nothing. It's not going to be getting good reviews here from me. And that's going to be it for the rapid recap here. I don't want to talk about anything else before my buddy Joe Pisapia gets a chance to watch it. And Joe, I'm messaging you right now. You want to have some patience getting through this. Or just do something else while you're watching it. Clean the house, have a beer, hang out with your kids, and your kids will be watching it, hopefully. And I apologize to them ahead of time. That's going to do it for this rapid recap. Hopefully we'll be doing more of these after these shows. Hopefully the shows will be better than this one. Thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe to our page. We're hoping to get this YouTube page up going. You can find us on iTunes, In This Ring Wrestling Podcast. You can go to Twitter at In This Ring. Facebook page is also In This Ring. And you can find us on SoundCloud as well at In This Ring. We're part of the In This League podcast network. The guys there do a great job, and thank them for having us on. So we'll be having the full recap of Backlash on Wednesday. Hopefully we talk about other things, or else I'm going to go crazy with that. So once again, thanks for watching, and I hope you stay tuned to In This Ring podcast video and the downloads on iTunes and SoundCloud. This is Tim Heaney, and my goodness, I hope you guys enjoyed that more than I did, because I'm not looking forward to talking about it more next time.